Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at Mana, and just before we do, we usually look at Bitcoin. Today, I'm going to summarize quite quickly for you. It is back on the uptrend here. If you can see on the 4-hour chart, we are looking at a potential double bottom pattern, and in order for it to come to completion or fruition, we need to kind of break 60,000, the previous resistance, and then of course bounce off 60,000 as an effective support level. That's what we need to see. But right now, mostly good things here for Bitcoin. We're going to see the 4-hour simple moving average 50 basically working as a potential resistance, and we're going to see how the price action responds to that soon. Looking forward to that. That'll help us understand if we're on the right side of the tracks or not. So that's kind of where we're at there for Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look excuse me, at Mana Decentraland. And if you are new to the channel, welcome first of all. Thank you for joining me here. I'm not a financial advisor. I just got to let you know that, but I do like to let you know too, I've been trading for over 15 years and my goal is to help you become a better, more effective trader. So I hope you can learn a thing or two here today. If you need more of a leg up, I share every single trade that I take with my community, as well as the fact that we have a trading community that is designed for the specific purpose of helping you become a better trader. So check that out in your own time. It's a really awesome scenario in the crypto space because it can be kind of crazy and chaotic, and I try to hopefully make that a simpler process for you. So looking at the one-day chart here, let's go ahead and work with this here. First of all, we got kind of stopped out here today. We got a potential doji candle, which is all well and good. Just means there's a little bit of indecision. Pretty normal for this to happen after the increase followed by the previous period of retracement. Bottom line though is we're above 389, basically 390, this major support channel. So that's an important thing there. It was working as a resistance for a couple of days, but now we're in good shape. The moving averages are moving along. Don't need to worry about them. And we're kind of stuck under 70 on the RSI, which isn't terrible. Pretty much just tells us that we got the reaffirmation of 423 being a strong resistance for Mana, which is pretty standard considering it's had some trouble passing that point previously. As we can see on the one-day candlestick, 429, 430 essentially, is a major resistance. That's the one-day candlestick high close. We need to respect that. Also bear in mind too, we got the resistance level up here at about 496. That'll eventually become something that we need to concern ourselves with. But for right now, I think it's very easy to say we're going to be, in the next few days, we're going to hit our profit target as a community of 440, and then we're going to be on to the next available targets. And I'll explain why as we progress here moving forward. So take a look at the 4-hour. Here is what we're looking at for 4-hour chart. First of all, 50-day simple moving average working as a strong effective support level. It is moving its way up into this little zone here, which will continue to reiterate the fact that we have a nice support level there. Okay, so all good stuff there. When we look at the MACD, we can see that we have a potential bearish divergence, but I wouldn't consider that to be a concern. It's pretty standard. A lot of times we can get that to come down and bounce, but the bottom line is that we have this, I wouldn't say a state of exhaustion, but we've reached probably pretty close to a 7 or an 8 on TD sequential here. Pretty much just reaffirming, there we go, there's an 8, reaffirming the fact that we need to have a turnaround, right? Because we had a significant increase. What was that? In the last 8 candlesticks, we had a 21% increase. That's pretty significant for a full day of trading, right? Therefore, we're in the downswing now, and the idea is for the price to effectively come down and bounce off this support level, giving us higher lows and higher highs. Okay, that is essentially the consideration. If we don't make that goal of getting higher highs and higher lows on the 4-hour chart, then we'll have to reevaluate things, kind of look at it again. But I'm confident that it's going to be able to come down here, bounce off this support level, previous highs, and of course, bounce to the upside to break its current resistance around 430, 425, 420. So 423 to 430 is kind of the resistance zone there. I think it'll break there soon. Or if nothing else, heaven forbid, it comes down, right? Say it comes down and bounces and it keeps coming up here and keeps consolidating, it'll eventually break to the upside. That's a very, very common characteristic of coins like this that want to push hard and they got this strong momentous trend. So we're looking good there. All good things. Also note too, the RSI is over 50, under 70. That's excellent for the 4-hour chart. More room for growth, and we're staying above 50. That's the key takeaway here. That strong support level is reaffirming itself right here. Okay, so all good stuff there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 1-hour. Just to quickly note, while we're on TD sequential, we can see here that we have somewhere in the range of a potential turnaround. In other words, it could swing back up, but mostly just consolidation. We get 1 through 6, 1 through 5. That's really not a problem. That's actually exactly what we're looking for in these types of increases and decreases. These are healthy ebbs and flows of trading. Also very good stuff. Now looking at the Ichimoku cloud, this is kind of the big boy here. It spells danger in a couple of ways. Let me explain this here. So first of all, the price is above the cloud, right? That's normally a good sign. But also note, we have a potential bearish divergence on the MACD. If you see that a bearish divergence on the MACD and the price above the cloud, that's conflicting information. That's a cancellation of a double rainbow. So if you've seen my channel, I like to see when the MACD converges and the 1 hour cloud breaks above. It's an awesome thing. We saw it on Sandbox recently, jumped up 40% in a trading day. That happens. We took profits, it was nice, but here in Mana, you're not going to be taking profits anytime soon based on this data. And the reason why is because we got this this conversion line getting closer to this baseline. So when you got a baseline getting closer to a conversion line, in other words, you got this baseline, right? That's the orange one here. Getting closer to a conversion line, essentially, that really causes it to tell us that we have a potential where the price is going to contract. All right, it's going to come back down. Now, it's coming down already, but it could come down further, right? Another thing also kind of reaffirming that is the fact that this lagging span is soon to intersect with the price action here, or has already bounced off of here, and those are two not so ideal signs. So unless we can get the price to jump up, here in the next 2 or 3 hours, we're going to be at a point where the Ichimoku cloud is signaling a sell, saying, hey, we want to sell our position because it's not good. In other words, it's not a bad thing. Static consolidations have these signals all the time, but it doesn't imply that we're having a bullish breakout. That's the key takeaway here. So what that basically just means is that we're in good shape. We're in the state of consolidation. We want to see the price come down, bounce off this area here, continue the upside, start making higher highs and higher lows, and continue that pattern moving forward so we can continue to have these nice, healthy trends, right? So right now we're in the makings of a really, really good situation. All we need is for this to kind of consolidate here and go a little bit higher. If it doesn't kind of go higher and just goes sideways, then we still got this ascending wedge pattern, and we'll see a nice breakout to the upside. So those are things that should and could happen here based on its momentum. So, I guess the takeaway here is that Mana will continue to progress upwards. I think it's definitely a healthy continuation here, but it needs a little bit of time to consolidate and continue sideways before it can do so. If it goes up straight right now, I'd be fairly surprised just based on the sheer fact that it hasn't had enough time to calm down from yesterday's increase, right? 22% in 24 hours. That's actually quite significant in the grand scheme of things, okay? I know we're all kind of used to and desensitized with these crazy movements, but this is very healthy of a correction before the next increase, right? So all good things. I'm still bullish on Mana. Just the short term, I'd say next 12 to 24 hours, we could expect some sideways action closer to this previous resistance level between just say 380 and 390, and then come to the upside. So I'm going to set my alert so when the price comes down to 390, I'm going to take another look at it and see if it's worth getting into and or just adding to my position, one way or the other. But we're essentially at this point right now where I'm confident we'll hit 440 in the near future. I would say this week for sure. We just need to get past this little resistance channel at about 423 slash $4, kind of right where it's at right now. Okay. That being said, I hope you find benefit here, and if so, like and subscribe. Consider joining my Patreon community if you'd like a leg up to become a better trader. I'm rolling out with some trading videos here soon to help kind of get you a foundation of what my indicators are, how to use those effectively, and we'll kind of go from there, right? So that's kind of the standard there. But regardless, I do appreciate you joining me here once more. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.